So, folks, we just want to welcome you to this next segment of this evening, and it's now after midnight.
After midnight.
And it's after 12. Do you know where your girlfriend is?
Why is he talking all sexy right now?
Because it's after midnight,
It's after
buddy.
midnight. It's after midnight. We're doing
jive, turkey.
Looking to buy or sell a home?
Contact Shannon Franklin of Remax Elite.
With years of experience, Shannon offers personalized service to help you achieve your real estate goals.
Call Shannon at 262-960-5182 or visit shannonfranklin.remax.com to start your real estate journey today.
Shannon Franklin is your trusted partner in the real estate market.
Looking for unique handcrafted creations?
Aaron Hunzinger of AH Did It specializes in one-of-a-kind lighting, custom furniture, and get this, more.
Each piece is carefully crafted with care and imagination, ensuring no two are alike.
No project is too big or small.
For more, find Aaron on social media under AH Did It. Yes, that's all one word, AH Did It.
Where imagination meets craftsmanship. Come hungry to Frank's Diner and enjoy some of Kenosha's best food.
From their iconic garbage plate to mouth-watering Bloody Marys.
Frank serves up delicious breakfasts and lunches every day.
Grab the meal of your lifetime at 508 58th Street and check out franksdinerkenosha.com.
And don't forget, order what you want, eat what you get.
On this episode of the Ktown Connects podcast, we have a Kenosha Conversation. We're chatting it up with two bar-owning legends, Craig of the Port and Hill of Hills Hot Rod Hideout. Grab a drink and let's dive into this Kenosha Conversation. Hey, JTB, cue that music. Yeah, give me a beer and give me one of those Public Brewing Company. Their beer tastes so good. And we're drinking these light lagers from Public Brewing Company. And it tastes so great here in the Frank Parise studio, the home of the Ktown Connects podcast.
Wow, you're segueing both things going on.
Hey, that's what I'm doing here because you know what? We would not be here without our great sponsor.
And Donny, the law offices of Frank J. Parise is your one-stop shop for any kind of defensive material you need in the courts. If you're busted for DUIs, traffic tickets, you name it, you give a call to Frank Parise at Parise Law Offices, 262-656-9906. And give him a call.
Yeah, give Frank Parise a call if you need him. Great guy, great musician. That's Frank Parise. And thank you for the sponsorship for this great studio we are here at. And what about that theme song by Dropping Daisies?
Love the Daisies.
Who doesn't love that song? I mean, that's a rockin' Kenosha theme. You love Kenosha? Then you got to love Dropping Daisies. And what a show we have here today, huh, Jason?
Yeah, Donny, we got a hell of a show here. We're having a Kenosha Conversations, something different here. We're brought in a couple local bar owners. We're sharing a few drinks here.
Bar owning legends. Legends.
Yeah.
I mean, you do not get to the star power of what we have in the studio today.
That's right, Donny.
You really don't.
That's right. It's amazing. It's amazing what we have going on here.
From Hill's Hot Rod Hideout. Craig, the owner of the port as well. I mean, this is a powerhouse. This is like the Avengers have assembled.
But Donny, we've had them both on the show before.
Yes, so go back in the archives to hear their story of how they got started.
Oh, I can't wait.
I mean, great. They're both on very early on. Great episodes, by the way, in our top 10. Both of you guys, congratulations on that. People
which is why they're back again.
Yes, yeah, exactly why we asked you back. You know, you get the viewers, you get the listeners in. Yeah, I mean, welcome, Hill and Craig. Welcome.
Kenosha loves you.
Guys.
Good to be here, man.
Glad to be back.
Thank you guys so much. We're gonna. I mean, it's gonna be a little different from the first time you guys were on. We're just gonna.
You ain't fucking kidding.
We're gonna.
At least you guys are wearing pants this time.
Yeah.
Well, Donny sort of is. They're pink. And Jason, I like the sweatpants. But, you know, I mean, I'm wearing a tie here, so thought we were dressing up.
I missed that memo.
Right.
We're going to have a Kenosha conversation with two of the best bar owners in town.
Two of my favorite bars in town.
Yeah, mine as well.
That's relative, man. Come
Is
on.
it though? I mean, you guys do run some great bars in town.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying, no. You know what? We're two bar owners. Some people like us. Some people don't. A lot of
Craig,
people like us. A
Craig
lot of
always
people
so
don't.
humble, huh? Hell, always so humble,
Yeah.
huh?
Well, we just buy beer and open it and give it
And
to
sell
other
it,
people.
right?
Yeah, I turn on an open sign real well.
So
No, I unlock a door really.
Oh,
the
yeah.
best of them, man.
Yeah. Hell, the one night, my bartender couldn't get the door locked. I came down and locked it for her. So, yeah, we're both good at locking doors and unlocking doors.
So for our listeners, let's give them a little quick recap. Hill, tell us a little bit about the nutshell story about how you got your bar, when you got your bar.
Well, I was looking for a bar for quite a long time, and Kazaches came up for sale, and it was the underdog, and it was the cheapest one on the market, actually, and I thought, well, if worst case scenario, if it didn't work out, I could always board up the windows, have the coolest man cave, and work at a gas station if I need to. And 10 years later, we're going strong and having a good time.
Awesome.
I have
awesome.
to say, 10 years that you're going to be celebrating in June. What an accomplishment. It really
Thanks.
is. 10 years. I mean, that's a long time.
I figured it worked, but I wasn't sure. You just don't know.
And for our listeners, tell them what kind of vibe do you exhibit in your bar?
No bullshit.
Well, all right. Yeah, good.
yeah,
good.
Yeah, don't puke in my urinal. Don't steal a sign off the wall. And if you're an asshole, I'll kick you out.
Yep.
But I mean, what kind of, I don't know.
You have that
Just laid
vintage,
back,
laid back.
Beer and shot type of joint.
Like a
frozen
rockabilly
pizzas.
kind of thing, right?
Yeah, rockabilly, old-fashioned music. You know, I've got a CD jukebox. I don't charge for it. It's got a bunch of old CDs in there. And
I heard you don't like turning it on.
well, no, I don't turn it on when I'm sitting there
I
alone
heard
because it
otherwise.
turns on. It turns on. Well, I know who you're talking about. They're always like, can you turn it on? I'm like, oh, okay. You see, it randomly plays every 8 minutes. So if I'm sitting there by myself watching TV until people, start coming in,
It just
pops on. And I'm like, I'm trying to watch the news here, open the mail.
Okay.
And then people come in and I don't even think about turning on the jukebox. But I have been trying to do better about that.
Okay.
Because people do like music.
That's a fair argument. That's
And sometimes I'll be halfway through a movie with two of the regulars and someone's like, I want to listen to music. Don't these people want to hear it? It's like, well,
give us a couple minutes.
okay, yeah, that's fine. You can put it on.
You got captions on TV, so yeah.
Yeah, I do put on the captions, and if they want to play pool in the back, I have a different zone for the speaker. I can crank the back
Oh,
room.
very
So if
nice.
you really want loud music while you're playing pool in the back, you're not going to bother me because I'll just turn off the front and turn on the back.
Nice.
Yeah, you have a nice vintage vibe there.
So you have that wall of cans back there.
Yeah, the
huh?
wall of cans, that's a very popular attraction in there, and there's a lot of different ones up there.
That was your collection?
Well, it was some guy named Pat, and I think he passed away or pissed off his wife because she donated them all. My friend was working at the place, and he says, "What's this worth?" And he brought in a box of cans to my apartment in the early 2000s, and I said, "I don't know, $5." And he says, "Oh, okay, maybe 10." I said, "10's fine." He walks out the door. I said, "Where are you going?" He says, "To get the rest of the cans."
Oh, yeah, more.
So apparently,
Wow.
I paid $10 a box for 5 boxes of cans, and I still have them.
Right, right.
Yeah, and it looks great there. It really gives that great atmosphere to Hill's Hot Red Hideout. I mean,
Thanks.
Hill, you have such a great bar. As you know, it was one of my favorite bars I go to all the time.
By the way,
yeah.
they're over there on 4327 17th Avenue, right there in a little neighborhood there.
Yeah, just south of the Velodrome by St. Nicholas.
Do you have issues with neighbors there, being a bar? And you're right in a residential neighborhood. Where's the nearest commercial business?
Oh,
Big
jeez.
Star, maybe? I mean,
Yeah, Big Star.
So you're in the middle of residential area. Do you have any other issues with the neighbors?
Well, I lit the place up. I cleaned it up a little bit, and I'm always on the customers outside. If they're real loud after 10 o'clock at night, I'm out there. Hey, no
Yeah.
hacky sacking after 10, and like Old Man Hill's here, and
They play hacky sack outside?
they were for
Oh,
a while.
okay.
Woke me up upstairs. I was taking a nap one night, and I'm like, "What the hell's that noise?" And there's 20 people out front kicking in a bag, and I'm
Wow.
like, "Hey,
I
no
still did
hacky
that.
sacking after 10." And but yeah, I try and keep a good rapport with my neighbors, and a lot of them have my telephone number. So if there is an issue or a noise, they
They'll
can
let you know. Perfect.
let me know, and I get on it.
Well, it's perfect that you developed that relationship with them. So
Oh yeah,
you
I
have that.
take care of them. They take care of me.
You know, like
and,
a great neighborhood bar, Hill's Hot Rod Hideout.
and it's such a nice little pocket of nice people right there. A lot of people think, "Oh, I'm not going to that neighborhood," but it's been really up
Oh, it's
and
nice.
coming.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be 10 years you're going to be celebrating in June. That is something, I mean,
Thank
that
you.
is amazing. 10 years.
Who knew? On an underdog.
Yeah.
Do you have big plans for your celebration?
Well, I got Mikey G and the boys coming up from Chicago. Nice old fashioned rock and roll,
What's the date of
rockabilly
this?
type music. That is June
It is going to be June 21st.
21st, yes.
It's going to be a party at Hills Hot Rod Hideout. So get down there. Let's celebrate 10 years of Hill owning Hills Hot Rod Hideout.
Bring some cars out. Let's pack that place with oldies.
Let's get some old cars out there. You got that nice parking lot right there.
Oh, yeah.
Bring
You bought the property
cars.
next door to kind of expand your parking area and stuff like that, too, right?
Yeah. I bought the house to the south and the house to the north. And
Yeah.
I rent those out, and I was able to put in a little bit of parking lot there and level out the backyard, so I got more parking in the back.
And we're also here with Craig, the owner of the port.
Yeah.
Craig, welcome back to the show once again.
No. Let's talk more about Hill.
No,
I'm learning so much. You have no idea.
Well, you don't have a murder room at the port? Come on.
Oh, I've been in the basement,
I told you not to talk.
Oh, yeah. So what did happen to that homeless guy that used to live down there?
Anyway, I'm sorry.
So, Craig, why don't you give us the quick backstory of how you ended up owning the port?
Oh, I think I did them on my last podcast.
We did. But we gotta
Nutshell.
refresh.
Refresher.
Real quick.
Nutshell, I hung out at the port a whole shit ton until the second owner said, why don't you just get a job here because you hang out here so much. And from others, in hindsight, says, dude, we like Craig. So hence the second owner is like, girls like you. That's why I got hired. That's when I used to be looking, and now I'm like an old potato.
So now you're...
But then I wanted to work in there so much. In 2014, I took over the board, and
You're the third owner of the bar, which opened in 1985, right here on 50th Street, 714 50th Street.
yes, right across the street.
Old house turned into a bar by John Madison in the 80s, and Craig's keeping the spirit alive.
Yeah, you're having great music on the weekends. You're doing great things. You're serving great drinks.
And, well, I don't know about that.
It's a meat and potato.
He's serving
bar.
cold beers.
There's no
That's what he's serving.
I'm sorry, I meant cold beers.
Yeah, he's serving cold beers.
Yeah.
And,
Well, sort of.
no, the beers are cold.
That's a cool-ass house.
They're
Yeah,
not- they're not
it's a
warm.
party house since 1985,
A house
right?
party 6-7
Non-stop
days a
house
week.
party.
Yeah, I mean, Craig, you're doing good things over there. And
But more importantly, you're soon to become a tourist attraction.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
In the state. Are you ready for this?
In the state. No, okay, come on. It's just a Kenosha thing. If you don't want to go statewide, that's on you. But I know I want to do something special for Kenosha.
So you
That's
are erecting an Al Molinaro brass statue in front of your bar.
He said wrecked.
Well, it will be coming.
All over
It
the
has
wall.
been a hard
And it's
journey.
coming in early... Now, Craig, can you confirm it's coming in early 2026?
Hopefully, actually, it is expected next year, springtime. I will have a statue of Al Molinaro in my front yard.
No shit.
Wow.
That's sooner than I
That
thought.
is going to be
Yeah, it's coming,
fantastic. And we're still raising money for that because we got on July 13th is the big fundraiser event, right, Craig?
Yes, it is.
Fill us in on this event.
It'll be the 5th annual Hot Wheels tournament at the port, whereas we have a track about 90 feet long going for the whole driveway down to the sidewalk of just racing Hot Wheels cars. And you can doctor them
That's
up
so
a little
fun.
bit within reason. And no,
Weight
it's-
limits and stuff, right?
What's that?
Weight limits, right?
Well, there's weight limit of 60 grams per
Yeah.
car. But as long as it has 4 wheels, not 3, you can't have any kind of motorcycle thing trying to balance.
Why
down the
not? Those
track.
fall off the tracks? Is that a problem? Is that why?
Got to keep it equal ground, right? 4 wheels, baby.
Yeah. Same amount of friction.
No, exactly. No, exactly.
friction?
It's keeping on equal ground. It's like the same rules for everyone. It's all right. It's to be certain weight limits, and it has to have 4 wheels, and that's it. I mean, you can have like a block of cheese with 4 wheels on it, and like racing down if you wish.
That's not a bad idea. Wow.
As long as it
Might
doesn't
try
weigh
that.
over 60 grams and it fits on a Hot Wheels track, that's what matters. It could be a Hot Wheels car, it could be a Johnny Lightning or a Matchbox or whatever.
How
you
many
want.
entries did you have last year?
Every year we've had up to this, it's been less than 100. It's been between 90 and 100 entries every year.
Yeah.
But again, as Hill pointed out, it's one entry per person. So
One person per car. Okay, cool.
that's
Okay.
true.
Do you have like grudge match races where it's like two friends can have a
that
special
happens after
heat?
trophies are done. It's like
Oh.
next thing you know, it's like a battle duking out. So yeah, Tell you what, I'm gonna fist fight you.
Or in the warm-ups, because you've had a smaller track set up in your bar in the weeks prior to that, and the slower nights.
That's true.
Like for test runs and stuff like that, you have that available.
Leading up to the race, within a month or two beforehand, we'll set up a small track on the inside. And it's like you can see exactly what cars. If you have multiple cars,
which car is faster? Yeah.
Which car is faster? Anyway, you can race whatever you want, and you can decipher exactly what car would be best for you and what car you want to race.
Yeah.
So
awesome. That's fucking great.
Well, looking forward to that on July 13th at the port. This is the ultimate fundraiser for the Bronze Ale statue.
Yeah, I'm going to put that in my calendar right now.
And by the way, Craig, are those certain handsome, smart, witty hosts going to be there commentating as well?
Fun you ask.
Yeah?
Yes, for the fourth year in a row?
I think so, yeah.
Probably.
Fourth year in a row. And hopefully they don't cuss too much this time. We will have Donny and JTB, Jason the bartender, if you're unfamiliar. They will be hosting this event.
Oh, I can't wait. Craig,
I haven't bartended 9 years though.
This is one of our favorite events that we do during the year. It really is, and it's an honor. Thank you so much for letting us continue to do this after we got yelled at.
Well, with that, we're going to take our first break, and we'll be right back with more Kenosha Conversations with Hill and Craig.
Yeah.
About Time Moving System. It's about time moving was easy.
Wow, local or long distance, big or small, Quinn and his experienced team have got you covered.
Make the move today by calling Quinn at 262-222-2624 or visit AboutTimeMoving.com today. Get a move on!
5 stars.
Looking to upgrade your floors or remodel your space?
Well, visit Dickhouse Czak Tile at 6403 75th Street.
They specialize in tile, flooring, and home renovations, offering expert design and installation services.
Visit DickHouseCzak.com or call them at 262-694-9777 and get that free estimate today.
Dickhouse Czak, where your home makeover begins.
Honor your loved ones with dignity by choosing Casey Family Options, Funerals and Cremations in your time of need.
For over 50 years, Casey Family Options, Funerals and Cremations has been your caring neighbors, offering personalized funeral and cremation services.
Steve's experienced team is here to guide you through every step with compassion and respect.
Visit them at 3016 75th Street or call 262-653-0667.
Learn more at CaseyFamilyOptions.com.
And we're back from that break. And what a break it was. And we are here with Craig, the owner of the port, and Hill, the owner of Hill's Hot Rod Hideout, two of the greatest bars known to man in Kenosha. And we're going to have a little Kenosha conversation here.
We're having a great time, Donny.
Yeah, it really is a great time. And I kind of want to let's kind of conversate amongst ourselves here. We'll ask the questions. You guys kind of go back and forth. So, bar owners, what is it like being a bar owner in Kenosha?
Are you asking me?
I'm whoever wants to answer first.
I want Hill to answer first.
You buy beer, you sell beer.
Well, Hill, I guess I would say, my question, I guess, to clarify Donny's question, is in Kenosha, we see a lot of bars are closing down. There's more bars closing down than are opening in Kenosha, especially on the east half of Kenosha, where you both are located, where Donny and I both live and work. How do you find strength operating in this community with that kind of status? Do you find it a challenge? Do you find it rewarding? Is it a struggle?
It's all of those things, and a few more, I'm sure, too.
Okay.
It's not the easiest thing to do. It's every day. It's every day. It's every hour that you're open. You're on call.
Yeah.
It's easy to put in. I'm sure Craig can confirm 60 hours a week minimum.
Easy.
Because even when the bar's closed, you're still working because you have to make orders, you have to get deliveries, you have to pay taxes, you have to work on staffing, stuff like that.
I saw Craig out there at noon today out there, a couple hours before they opened out there taking garbage out.
No, yeah, that happens.
Yeah, sometimes you got kicking bartender out. It's like, get out, garbage.
Yeah, I mean, it's you're actually always working, right?
Always.
I mean, you guys are both putting in hours, not knowing demand. Like, oh, okay, all right, we close at 2, but you know what? We're still working till 4 a.m.
You close at 2, you got to stock, you got to clean stuff up, then you have to go and take care of paperwork and put the money away and reset the change bag and
Plunge the toilet, clean some puke.
Yeah, if someone throws up, you want to clean it up that night because otherwise the next day it's like, you got to really put some elbow grease in, you know?
Yeah, because it dries up like that.
It dries up. It's not fun.
I mean, I'm sure you guys have a lot of horror stories of being bar owners.
Oh, there's a lot of horrors that hang out of my bar.
Oh,
horror. I'm sorry.
But I mean, like, let's kind of talk about some of the crazy stories that happen as being a bar owner, because you guys might not be working, but you are the bar owners, so you have people bartending. I mean, so tell us, like, what are some crazy stories that have happened at your establishments?
Well, that's one thing. I mean, you got crazy funny, and they got crazy like, holy shit, do I have to call the cops?
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And
Nobody
then
wants to do
there's
that.
times that cops have been caught with few and far between.
Right,
By all
of
means.
course.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, it won't be on the
it's
radar.
plants, I mean, they just like want to check your place out all the time and stuff like that. I mean, shit happens. That's about it. And you have no idea, man, with people drink as much as they do, myself included. Might go over the top.
That was Hill.
Thanks for the shout out. I was going to blame Donny.
That burp was brought to you by Hill's Hot Rod Hideout.
40
And
something.
Public Brewery. Great cheese curds.
Hill, have you ever had any crazy bar fights?
Well, I had an off-duty cop and his buddy in there, and the one kicked the other one in the ass, and then they started wrestling and knocked the pool table 3 feet over. And
Wow.
2 off-duty cops?
one off-duty cop, not sure about the status of the other one.
Oh, okay.
But
dude, okay.
they're welcome to come back, of course. I haven't seen them in 6 years. It's like I hate to lose a customer just because you had a little tiff with your buddy here. You know, it's like we're not going to talk about it later on a podcast or anything. You know? I remember one time though that I was at the shop. We were working on some cars, hanging out, and we went to the Bartley House to get a burger because they always had this great burger for like $9. You know, you don't always have to spend $60 there. You know, and I get this phone call like, "Oh, the sea hag is here and she's causing trouble," and so I'm like, "Fuck!" So I'm like, "Hey, I'll be back." So I got her from the table, went over to the bar, picked up the sea hag, told her she's got to go, and gave her a lift home. She thanked me all the way home. Dropped her ass off, and then went back to Bartley House. And they're like, "Well, that was quick." I said, "Yeah, hold on. Yeah, don't dump my beer because I'm coming back. It's got to handle some business, but you're always on call."
Nice.
Yeah,
Always on call.
how do you guys as bar owners like handle these bar fights? If it happens at every fucking bar.
We just get them
Don't
outside.
get-
Oh, well,
I mean, is the key is to get
outside's trouble, too.
the key is to get them outside, and it's somebody else's problem.
No,
Or how
not
does this-
anymore. Now they got that new law where it's
Oh,
like
okay.
500 feet in any direction from your front door is your responsibility.
Oh, interesting.
really?
I did not
yeah,
know that.
that's like a new ordinance they put through. I haven't read the whole paper because I don't like reading. But
Craig, are you aware of that
reading's
one?
for nerds.
So it's kind of like if you get them
sorry,
out
what
the
was the
door,
question?
you got to get them 500 feet away from your building.
Right. If someone's like selling drugs, 100 feet from your door, you can get charged for it.
Wow.
If your customers are going and sitting on the neighbor's porch and causing trouble or vandalizing a car or something.
I can see if it's proof that they came from your bar.
Right. There might be something like
But
that.
there's some dude selling fucking somebody some crack down 2 houses down.
Yeah.
But you know
it's
how-
real loose. It's real loose from what I
Yeah,
understand.
But it's safety first. Make sure they're out that way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, hey, get out. You got to grab them by the collar. Get out, and then you get them outside and drag them 500 feet down the street.
Right.
Right.
Have like a line drawn.
yeah.
You got to be this far.
Well, one thing I can talk about my days as being a bartender that I'm sure you guys can probably relate to is that someone would walk in that I never saw before.
Right.
They'd walk in and they'd talk to me. I just had that feeling that they were going to cause fucking trouble.
Oh, you can smell them out.
And then,
Oh, yeah.
and every time they would prove you right.
Yep.
Am I wrong?
Yep.
And 95% of the time,
You just
yes.
knew it. You just fucking
There's that
knew
5%
it.
of the time, like, oh my God, this guy's actually kind of cool.
They come in
5%.
real nice, but it's like, and then something happens. Like,
Well, see, Lindo, to answer your question that you want to, you were bringing up like a minute ago, that's one thing. What happens when like somebody creates a problem? That's one thing, and I'm sure Hill can agree with me. The regulars become instantly built-in bouncers. Like, this ain't your place. This is ours. Fuck you, man.
And don't fuck with us here.
That's about it. Say, no, you don't fuck with us. We won't fuck with you. But if you really want it, let's
I'm sure you feel kind of invincible. You can go up against anyone and say whatever you want because you know that there's 20 dudes behind you that have your back.
No, you could.
I mean,
but
at least
that's one thing. You don't want like a whole asshole society rough regular.
But
hey,
you're dealing.
Dude, we're cool here. You're not. No, it's not that. It's
but you know that they have you
here. You
might take one punch, but you won't take any more than that.
It's true. Very true. No, otherwise, no. I see. It wouldn't take too much. You don't even have to throw a punch. Not to be like a dick about it, or
I've seen you grab people and throw them down the stairs.
No, you never see me throw anybody down the stairs.
Well, out the door and whatever happens out the door.
I'm gonna
if you do,
I'm gonna hold you by the shoulder and guide you out the door. And if you turn around, I'm just gonna grab your fucking shirt. I'm like, no, you're going out the door. And that's about it.
Okay.
Now, other owners might have done that. Who shall remain nameless?
Well, I gotta ask you this question though. Have you ever taken a punch as a bar owner, any of you?
Have you seen my right eye?
Oh, so you have.
As a bar owner,
I have. This isn't how that happened. But no, I have taken a punch.
Oh, really?
It actually, and that's one thing. I've taken a punch, and maybe you have, maybe Hill. I'm talking to Hill right now.
Not in my bar.
But no, I have taken a punch, but it wasn't directed at me. I've taken a punch because I got stepped in between fucking bigger guys and smaller guys. And actually, girls are the worst ones that try to break up because they will scratch and bite. It's like, dude, I'm not even your enemy.
They're the worst.
But it's misdirected punches, things like that.
Yeah.
And I've
been on the wrong end of those punches.
I got almost cauliflower ear from elbows.
Wow.
I've gotten I've got my fair share. Because I'm trying to break them up, but not at me.
Hill, you've never been punched as a bar owner?
No. No, I used to bounce in Elgin.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you did.
And one thing I learned is when the fight breaks out, you got to approach the situation cautiously and look around to see who's involved. And then you grab one from behind, give them the half Nelson. If they got a bottle in their hand, control that hand so they can't hit anyone with that bottle. And you repeat in their ear, on the bouncer stops. They don't think that you're one of the guy's friends holding them so they can get punched. Arch your back, lift them up off their feet, and walk them out the goddamn door.
Okay.
Now, I've had situations in the past when, like, Dowels. I remember the owner of Dowels got punched in the face, and everyone started, just tearing into this guy. And I grabbed him, picked him up sideways, and walked him out the door sideways. Took 3 tries.
Got him out?
Yeah. And I always say, hey, look, you got the choice. You can either leave on your feet or leave on your face.
Yep.
It's up to you.
2 ways.
But you're leaving.
Yep.
So.
But guys, we got to take a quick little break here. We got to talk about our commercials that you had to listen to a couple minutes ago. And if you didn't want to hear those commercials, it's definitely possible if you become a Patreon supporter. Today's episode is brought to you by our Patreon subscriber of the week, and that is Beth Derry.
Oh, good old Beth Derry. I love you, Beth.
Thanks, Beth.
Former executive director of the Lemon Street Gallery.
Yes.
She did a great job over there. Now she's retired from that. She's an awesome artist. She's doing some great stuff.
She is. A big thanks to you, Beth Derry, for supporting us at the Ktown Connects podcast.
So if you want in on the action of being a Patreon supporter, you head to ktownconnects.com. Subscriptions start at just $2 a month. And for that,
$2
it?
For that. That's
Jeez.
it. You can get more.
That's cheaper than a cup of coffee.
A low price.
I mean, we should.
I mean, you can do 5 if you want.
Yeah,
that's
you
cool.
can do 10, 20,
you can do 20
30,
if you like.
50. Yeah.
That's only like 15 cents more than a taco at Taco Bell.
Yes, exactly.
If you have a taco.
If you do $5 a month, if you do $5 a month, you get a coffee mug.
Yes. Ktown Connects coffee mug.
Shit.
Damn.
Not just a Ktown Connects Patreon supporter coffee mug.
Yeah, it's something
very,
special.
very important. So visit Ktown Connects for more details on that. And sorry, we need to get that out of there. We should have done that earlier.
No, it's okay. So I'm surprised you guys did a coffee cup because how lively this show always is. You wouldn't need coffee to listen to it.
Well,
you would just
they're the
stay
big
awake.
ones. They're 15 ounce.
Oh yeah,
They're not. We don't buy those pussy little small coffee.
We
cups.
recommend Bailey's in it.
Oh yeah, a little Irish coffee. Yeah.
Phil, Craig, I got to ask you this. If you guys weren't bar owners, what would you guys be doing in life? Because I cannot picture you guys not being bar owners.
Bartending.
I live in a van down by the river.
I'd be tied up in the back of his van. You're not my sex slave. He outweighs me by a bunch.
Yeah,
I mean,
Not as much
I mean,
anymore.
you're cool. I just don't dig your equipment.
Yeah, well, believe me.
I mean, was it always your
Mine.
guys' dream to be a bar owner? Like, I mean, you're like, oh, I love this scene. I love the hospitality industry. I want to do this.
I ended up in it, and I liked it, and it reminded me of my dad's car lot where you can play pinball, you can play cards, you can bullshit, and it's a lot better than when I was selling mortgages where it's like I got 2 a month, and all month I'm sweating to wonder if I'm going to make these 2 sales, if they're actually going to go through and get bought, and then you got to find new ones the next month, and it's like 2 a month. You're making good money, but it's like I'd rather the
You're really
instant
working for
gratification. You know, I'll sell a beer and make $1. Sell another beer, make $1. You can do that 100 times instead of like sitting there sweating. You know, when I was selling cars, it was like, okay, when I was working part-time at CarMax in college and, 6-7 cars a month. But the next month you didn't know if you were getting a paycheck because you got to find those 6-7 sales again and again and again. So I really like the consistency, and I love it so much more than sitting in a box with fluorescent lights and having your tie nailed to a desk and you can't move all day.
And you've been doing it for 10 years, Hill, and that's accomplishment. I mean, that is great. So you built up that clientele where you can just succeed as a bar owner. I mean, you got to feel real good.
Oh, yeah,
You gotta be
it's
very
awesome.
happy.
I'm very, very pleased with how everything went. And I've got some rental properties. So that's a nice supplemental income. So it's all about low overhead.
Yep.
I live above the bar, so that's cheap. It helps out.
Yeah, and think about all the smiles you bring to people that come into Hill's Hot Rod. For
Right.
real, I mean, the same for you, Craig. I mean, people come in, they want to come into your bar. They want to talk to people. They want to have a good time. They want to communicate. And in a way, you're bringing people together as bar owners.
Yes.
I mean, I know that sounds cheesy. It really does. But that's what you guys are doing. It really is.
Well, I've had birthday parties, baby showers in the back
Yep.
room. We put the fun in funeral.
Yep. You
All
always
kinds
do,
of
Hill.
stuff. It's really nice to be a neighborhood community bar where people can use the space and everybody can meet there. And the plumber gets his car fixed by the mechanic, and the mechanic, fixes the HVAC guy's furnace, car, and then that guy fixes his furnace, and it's a good community. It's a good way for people to socialize and network, and everyone gets to know each other, and it's a great thing.
You both probably met so many people along the way that you never thought you would ever meet and have a connection with. I mean, you probably made lifelong friends in the business.
True, and a whole bunch of enemies along the way.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to get into that
you're on
next.
the positive side, but you know what? There's a negative side of this.
Yeah, I always like hearing what I did. Like, what that person say I did? Oh, that's
The negative side, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Well, I mean, not to dig deep into that, but maybe this might come up. You guys are dealing in the city here. You guys have lots of rules and regulations. How is your relationship with like both the Tavern League and your local aldermans and the city council and things like that with your businesses?
Craig?
It's kind of it's a give and take. Honestly, I'm part of the Tavern League. We all have a common goal of just slinging drinks without so much bullshit as possible. For the most part, long and short things. But the police, I mean, honestly, I really don't have a bad relationship with the police.
Yeah, you run a good ship, and that good things will happen, right? Nothing.
Yeah, no, it's...
What about like city council and things like that? Like, you have like some outdoor events, things like that? Do you have issues with that?
No, not at all. Anytime I have to deal with the Common Council, everything's positive. I introduce a thought like I want to have a Hot Wheels event, or I want to have a hot dog hoedown, or things like that. It's usually the council kind of agrees, is unanimous, yes, pass. But the whole time I announce it, they have smiles on their faces like, finally, we have to listen to something fun instead of like these a-holes like, oh man, all I did was this and that, and people fighting them about certain bullshit.
I know
It's
I
like,
have 6 DUIs. I want to be a bartender.
So does cut their grass.
yeah, no, exactly. So I want to feel I have a good relationship with the city.
All right, Hill, Craig, you both are very popular and very awesome people, and you both own bars, but how do you divide your time for your personal life and as a bar owner? How do you do that? Is there such thing? Can you do that?
Well, it's difficult because, your friends are all the people that are in your bar, and if you want to go out drinking, you can't invite all the people out of your bar to go to another bar.
True.
So hobbies. Hobbies help.
What do you do besides hang out the bar?
Go look at my cars and drink beer and wonder when I'm ever going to finish them. Or
How many cars you got?
And you have a lot. You love classic cars. You have a lot of those.
I'm at like 13, and they don't all run. I buy them cheap and store them.
Okay, that's quite a hobby.
Yeah. Well, I've got a plow truck. I've got the dually to tow the trailers, and I've got a parts car for this one. I got a parts car for that one.
How many classic cars you got?
My newest car is a 2003 Buick Park Avenue, which is my road trip car. And then my daily driver's a 94 Chevy, and then my dually's a 93 Chevy, and then my plow truck's an 88. And then, I've got a 76 T-Bird.
Okay, there we go.
52 Buick, 50 Buick, and 50 Chevy.
I've got a 2004 Camry.
And the 57 Chevy and the 41 Buick.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean,
The 50 Buick Roadmaster, which I've got a great picture in front of your bar. I love taking that car to your bar because I can park right up front on that little brick area.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you have some.
I think I see
those
the
are
picture.
inspirations for Hill's Hot Rod Hideout. Those
I
classic
love cars ever
you
since I was a
have.
kid.
And that's such a great atmosphere for your bar. You come by, you see these classic cars parked outside of Hill's Hot Rod Hideout. Guess what? I want to go in there. I want to grab a beer. I want to fucking chat with Hill about these classic cars.
Well, I love when people bring their cars because they always say, "Oh, when are you gonna have a car show?" I'm like, well, "I hate car shows."
Car show every
nothing
day
against
at
them, but I
Hill's.
don't like them. But what they should do is, I always say, if you bring your car, every day is a car show. If you bring
Yep.
yours,
Yeah,
Exactly.
go check it out.
and
love
why bring your car to some place where there's 30 cars when you could be the one in the show?
Yep.
Park it out front, take a picture. I'll post it on Facebook with our
Brilliant.
page, and everyone can see your car parked in front of my place.
Brilliant.
Why not?
I love it.
Why not?
Very nice.
I gotta ask you both this question. You both have great bars, and I mean, take this as dive bars. Is this an acceptable term to
Yeah,
call dive bars that
100%.
you guys own?
Yeah, I don't want to be some fancy bar.
For sure.
How do you
sure.
guys, how do you guys keep these drink prices low? You guys have some reasonable prices for domestic beers, or how do you do that? I mean, is it just something that you guys
Some other
wanna
bar
do?
down the road might charge $1 more. I mean, why?
Right,
How,
I mean-
how can you charge $1 less?
Low overhead.
I mean, is it just you want people in there? And I mean, this is we want people to
Not as greedy, maybe.
accept our bar.
Yeah.
Come on, have a few drinks, tell a story. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get rich off the bar business. I've got a couple of rental properties around the bar, and I live upstairs, and I'm not married, no kids, so I don't have to worry about, braces or college tuitions or, fancy purses for a wife or anything, so it's real easy for me,
Yeah.
And it just don't treat it like a job and have low overhead. That's the main thing for me.
I mean, I love it because I can go to both your guys' bar, and I'm not paying $5 for a Miller Lite.
Right.
I mean,
I pay $5, but I give the bartender a tip.
right, of course.
Yeah.
I pay like $3 for the beer, $2 for the tip.
I mean, you
Well,
guys
you pay one way or the other, right?
But if I go to a bar that
They
they're
have the
charging me
glory
$5
hole,
for the beer, then I want to give them a tip, and then I'm paying $7 for a beer.
No,
Yeah.
but no, just what he said is like, you know what? It's exactly you pay. All right, exactly what you charge is exactly how much it costs you plus percentage because it's a bar,
right.
But certain bars charge a certain percentage, like they want higher clientele or they want kind of lower class clientele, and honestly, it's like just stay in the middle, like be
reasonably
Well, you
priced.
are.
You get the reasonable people in there, and you're going to have a good atmosphere and a good time.
No, you cover all the overhead.
Yep.
So when you have a bunch of cash in the bank, buy booze because
Yes.
it's always going up.
Yes, exactly.
So I mean, geez, a few years ago I bought thousands of dollars worth of Tito's and Jack Daniels and this and that, and I had cases piled up, and I've just been working off that. So that's why I haven't had to really raise my prices too much because, well, your replacement cost is higher,
Right.
But my initial cost was lower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and-
I will have to have a price increase when I run out of these stocked items, but.
But then I think both of you guys will still be lower than some of these
Oh,
these other
sure.
bars. I mean,
Yeah, when you got a staff of 20 and everyone's got to wear a
Right.
special uniform shirt, and you got all the fibs riding their boats into town, you know.
Oh,
Well, fibs, fellow Illinois brothers.
Yeah,
Now, I'm not going to lie. I did grow up in Illinois, but I was right on the border in Spring Grove, so just right behind the cheese curtain.
I have a question about being a bar owner and you're there a lot hanging out with people. How is your attitude towards your alcohol consumption? Do you feel like that you're obligated to consume it, or do you just enjoy it, or what were your thoughts on that?
actually, I'll take over this one. Nobody can trust a sober bartender, an accountant who's broke.
A bald barber or a skinny chef.
Exactly. Skinny chef. Honestly, I'm not saying must, but you feel obligated to. And of course, it's a good thing because I like to drink. Yeah, I will drink as much as, not say needed, but it's within a realm, whereas I'm not the most drunk person in the room. In fact, I want to be like one shade above the most sober person in the room. Like, all right, so I can keep my eye on things. But again, it depends on exactly how much you drink and what you can actually
What you can handle.
deal with, right?
Yeah.
What you can handle.
Okay. And you seem to be able to handle your booze pretty well. I mean,
Yeah, within reason. Right now, no.
I gotta ask you guys this question. Like,
well, Hill, did you have an answer for my question? Do you have any issue with drinking with your friends at the bar, and have any
On
pressures?
my nights off, I do drink.
Yeah.
When I do work, I don't drink behind the bar.
You don't feel any pressure on it, or do?
People always try, but I always say
like when I come in.
Yeah, when you come in, he's always trying to push me. Yeah, I made a promise a long time ago. My dad always was against me getting into the bar business because he knew a lot of bar owners and bartenders that were alcoholics, and he always said, well, I don't want you in that lifestyle.
Okay.
And so after he passed and years later I opened a bar, I said, I have to promise myself that I won't fall into that category.
Nice.
And it's a business, so it's serious, and if there is a trouble, the people in my bar room are my responsibility. So if something happens, I need to be level-headed enough to handle it, and not knocking on people who do drink behind the bar, because that is a big cornerstone for a lot of bars. And if I didn't have that conversation with my dad years ago before he passed, I'd probably be the biggest drunk in town.
Well, that's beautiful, man.
And when I worked for other people in the bar business, I was drinking triple Jack and Cokes. After midnight, I'd be drinking till 4 in the morning every night. And then my 2 days off, I'd be going out and drinking. And I'm like, geez, I'm drinking 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And I'm in my early 30s going, oh, this won't last forever.
Nope, it doesn't. Yeah.
I don't look down on it. It's just not my path.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I mean, you do what you do. You're a business owner. You got to do what's best for you.
Yeah.
I want to ask you guys.
Every business is different.
On your days off, you tear it up then.
Yeah, with a vengeance.
There you go. Yes,
You make up for lost
Have you
time.
ever been to a sausage fest over this guy's place?
Sausage
my
party.
God, damn good time.
How many sausages did we cook on that grill? That was my dad's grill, by the way. But I was at the port the other night. What night was it? Was that Saturday night?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No, Saturday I was working. It was last Wednesday. And I had to leave by 1 o'clock because I walked in there, and it's such a good time at the port. I love that place, 100%. Craig, Zandra.
That place sucks. Why do you go there, man? Dude, I ask everybody this.
Yeah, I primarily go to 2 bars other than my own in town, and that's the Port or Scotty's. And I love both those places equally. And I had to leave it. Craig even looked at me. He's like, "Is a shot a good idea or a bad idea for you right now?" I said, "You know what? I'm going to pee and I'm going to leave." I even think I left like $30 on the bar. I'm like, I don't even give a shit. I just walked out. I mean,
You did. I'm like, are you sure?
I'm like, yeah, of course. I've known you guys for how many goddamn years? And Z, I've known her since she was 18.
Well,
I knew her aunt. Hey, do you remember that one night, Craig, that you and I were taking a field trip? We were at the port, and I said, hey, you want to go out drinking tonight? You're like, well, I don't really want to drink and drive. I said, well, me either. We're both bar owners. We can afford an Uber ride.
The Pavle's night?
No. Well, we went to Pavle's too, I think, but we went to Dolls. This is when Mike still loaned it.
We went to Dolls?
We got a ride to Dolls, and we said,
it was the same night, though. Yes?
No, that was 2 nights. Because Pavle's, I was driving, and I scared the shit out of you with my loud truck. That's when I had the exhaust off my truck.
You're driving your turquoise truck tearing ass like you drove it like a stole.
It's got a lot of pickup for a truck.
He calls it like normal driving. Like, dude, man, I'm sober. You're fucking scaring the shit out of me.
And you know what? And since then, I haven't driven like that with you in the car. Because I'm like, well, I don't want. Some people like that. I like the rush.
Okay,
but we got a ride to the Dolls, and then it was like 2:15. I'm like, well, I better get an Uber. So I Ubered it up, and so there was no Uber, and then Scotty, Scotty
Savin.
He came and picked us up with his little Scion.
No, I've never driven with Scotty in my life.
You did one time. One time, I guarantee
you must have slipped me something like a lose or something.
But the problem was there was no Ubers. There was no Ubers. We had to sit outside in the cold for like 20 minutes waiting for Scotty to pick us up.
That had to be another one of your buddies.
That was us. That was us.
Stop.
We were hammered. You were hammered. We were getting drunk because we're not driving tonight. And then we relied on the damn Uber system. What kind of lose
did you slip me? Because this doesn't ring a bell at all. The only time I remember hanging out with you was like you picked me up and tearing ass around town in your little blue truck, right?
I do that.
And then there was Parise, and that's what the first time I had
the Slivovich. Oh yeah.
I was like,
rest in peace, Pavlik.
No, you warned me about it. I was like, all right. It's like, dude, you don't know Malort, right? I'm like, yeah, I know Malort. It's like, this tastes as bad as Malort, but Pavlik is like, no, it's Serbian, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Say, it's his own Serbian brand. It's like, no, it tastes like Malort with 1 grain of sugar. All right. I was like, all right, I'm ready for it. Whatever he throws in front of me, I won't make no gawk about it. So anyway, I take the shot. I'm like, yep, that is so damn bad. I'm not gonna make any kind of facial muscles. I'm like, I'm gonna do that. I don't know if it was Pablo's intent to like make me go. Bleh! But it was. I was like, I went up to like, I was like, give us another shot before we go, and I sucked another one of those down.
Beep beep.
Looking for a reliable ride? Carbox, owned by Scott Dooley, has you covered with locations in Kenosha and Racine.
Carbox offers quality used cars at a great price, making car buying easy and stress-free.
Stop on by 1750 22nd Avenue in Kenosha or 3317 Durand Ave in Racine and browse their inventory online at carboxwi.com.
Carbox, driving you to your next adventure. Beep, beep. Experience Kenosha like never before with Lakeshore Pedal Tours.
Hop on a 14 or 16 passenger open air trolley. They're rolling parties on wheels.
Perfect for pub crawls, celebrations, or sightseeing. You can customize your tour with 2 to 3 downtown stops of your choice.
And you can bring your own beers.
Book your party today at lakeshorepedal.com and pedal your way to fun.
Woohoo!
Looking for a salon with style?
Well, visit Solis & Company in downtown Kenosha at 709 56th Street.
Owner Chelsea offers eco-friendly beauty services and unique products from local artists.
Haircuts, shopping, and community all in one spot.
So don't forget to support local and follow
Solis & Company on Facebook and
Instagram. And we're back from that break.
And what a break it was, Donny.
And we are here with Craig and Hill.
Hey.
Craig is the owner of the park, and Hill is the owner of Hill's Hot Rod Hideout.
But Donny, what time is it, dude?
Oh, my gosh. It is time for our Kenosha Connects.
Yay!
And Kenosha Connects is brought to you by Union Park Tavern.
Oh, my goodness. Union Park Tavern?
You know, Fridays in Kenosha just aren't the same without a legendary Union Park Tavern fish fry.
I've heard good things.
These damn right, Hill. They're voted best in Kenosha for over 10 years running. But why stop on Friday? Because Union Park Tavern is dishing up delicious food 7 days a week, including a weekend brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Because eggs and bacon wait for no one.
Live music. Union Park Tavern is the home of the best live entertainment with open mic, piano jams, karaoke, and top-notch bands.
Hey, Donnie, I got to tell you, I was just there a weekend or so ago. Yeah. And I saw the Stewed Tomatoes play over there at UPT, and it was a great time. We had an awesome time. The food looked great. I saw there. I had some great beers, some great fucking service. It was a good time over there at UPT.
Only the best at Union Park Tavern. So head down there at 4520 8th Avenue, and guess what? Cheers to a good time at Union Park Tavern.
All right, guys, we're going to do some Kenosha Connects here.
As you wish.
So these are some quick Kenosha questions. We don't want like long, in-depth answers. Just kind of let's kind of rattle through them. All right.
It's past Jason's bedtime.
Yeah.
What is the last great meal you guys had in Kenosha?
Well, I tell you what, I went over to that Fin and Ale, the old TG's, and they have some smoked ribs. And I was a little skeptical at first, but for $20, I got a full rack, and it tasted like ham.
Wow.
Ribs that taste like ham. I couldn't believe it. Maybe I've never had smoked ribs before, but I like them.
All right, guys. Here's a question for you. You can give a shout out to only one other local Kenosha business. Which one do you pick?
Doesn't matter what kind of business.
Any.
Bar,
Any business.
Shout out to anything. Hill.
How do you pick just one?
I know. That's the whole thing.
Jeez. Craig, if you have to think for a moment, I'll tell you what. I'll take the lead on this one, then you think about it.
Yes.
All right, Hill.
If I have to pick one business to shout out to, it's going to be Flatiron Vintage. Shelley's been through a lot
nice.
these days, and she really has a beautiful store. She takes a lot of pride with how she places her items out and really has it all set up. And just like her husband, Jerry, with all of his places and how he sets things up, they're really great for, if nothing else, staging purposes. It's an experience. It's a nice place to go, and it's not going to be around forever, so enjoy it while you can.
Nice.
I agree. Flatiron
And that's at
Vintage is
2022 56th Street, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
a great place. One of my favorites.
Oh, you got a hat from there, didn't you, Donny, for
I
the
did,
parade?
and I was wearing the hat during my KCM interview.
Right? I tell you what, that's where I shot for my mom for Mother's Day and Christmas.
Great place.
Oh, yeah.
Shelley and Jerry, great place. Love
yeah.
both of them so much.
Definitely.
Greg, what's one place for you?
Well, you don't have time to think about it. Javi's Barbershop is.
Oh, Javi.
I'll put a shout out to that because now, mind you, my hair is long as shit.
Yeah, you don't get a haircut in 10 years, man. Would you open the bar and quit getting haircuts?
You just tell us that you can't get away with long hair there? Oh.
No, I couldn't.
No, you have to put on your whole display of being all cool and clean cut.
Oh, here we
it's not my
go.
fault.
For
I grow a
us
great
hippies
beard.
that don't give a shit, yeah, I
Cut
would
your
go to
hair there, hippie.
Javi's Barbershop, which I went to Javi's for a long time, for like 20 years. Just recently, in the past 2 years, I did not grow my hair out for no particular reason. However, Javi has, he knows this shit.
Yeah, he does.
You've been there, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where is Javi's shop? I'm not familiar
It's
with
on
it.
22nd and 80th over there, right?
80th and
there.
22nd.
It's true. Just a little bit south. Oh, I'm sorry, north of O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Yep.
Oh, the old Cozy Cafe? Or?
Right next to it, right? Kind of right
Oh,
next
okay.
to it.
It used to be a
Cozy
women's hair
Cafe.
salon before.
Yes, yeah. We're trying to get Javi on the podcast. But he's
Oh,
being
you should do it.
He's being a real
dude.
pussy about
You know
it.
who you got to get on here is Scotty Laskus from Scotty's Tavern.
You know
and
what?
Emmy Tortolino.
So,
Yeah.
Hill, this is an interesting story. So,
He don't do it. He don't want to do
Scotty
it.
said he was going to be on the show, right? He said, yes, I'll be on the show.
Right.
And then he bailed out.
Well, that's because you can't always take everything for face value
Yep.
when people have been drinking.
And then
Scotty isn't one to
Yep.
stay sober.
And we even told him, I said, Scotty, we'll do it here. We'll bring the mics
To
your
Scotty's
bar here.
Tavern?
We'll do it here. I said, because we want him.
On site?
We want him because his story needs to be told.
Oh, I love going there and having a beer when
Yeah.
they are actually open.
Yep.
And just enjoy the stories. He's had the place since like 83.
Yeah, I mean, and his story has never been told. It's never been out to the
No.
public. Like how he got started, what he's been doing.
His
there.
grandmother and his parents had the bar, and now what the hell's it called? It's over by McDonald's and Walmart and all that stuff. It looks like a hangar when you're in there, not Barbara John's hangar. It was Denny's Sports Den.
Oh, really?
It was
Okay.
Denny's. That was his grandmother's bar.
See, this is the stuff that we want.
Oh yeah,
That's why we want.
he's got
Scotty.
a lot to say.
I mean, Hill, when you see him next, be like, you got to be on the show. I mean, we will cater to.
If you
him.
know Scotty Laskus, he can't strong arm into anything.
I know. I mean, he said he was going to be in, then he chickened out, and then it was like, no, we'll come do it here. we'll do it here. We'll just have a conversation.
Maybe he has his reasons.
Yeah,
He has
I
his
get it.
shit.
I get it.
No, don't be.
But because he
don't
keeps
doubt
all that money underneath his
You know what, Donnie?
mattress.
You got to plant the seed.
Yeah.
Plant the seed.
Yeah.
Let it stew. Let it germinate,
I mean,
and it'll grow through the ground.
Don't you think this would be awesome if we had Scotty on the show and we're doing a live podcast from Scotty's?
I
You
tell you
guys
what.
are all there. Woo, woo, woo. woo, Scotty, woo,
Oh,
woo, woo,
man.
cheering them on. All right, you guys ready for the next question? In which Kenosha bar do you think you guys spent the most money at? Hill, we'll start with you. Of all time.
You know what?
Is it Dow's
Craig's Bar.
Tavern, me and you, back and forth back in the day?
Okay, so if we're talking about like the
Of
last,
all time, you
last
know.
20 years,
Yeah.
sure, maybe Dow's,
Yeah.
but a big contender is the Port
Yep,
and then Scotty's.
yep.
Those are the two places I like to go. Yeah, I'll go to other bars. I've been to Freddy's East.
Oh, yeah.
They just remodeled that whole place. Looks really nice in there.
Oh, shit,
Melissa,
yeah.
the new owner, she's awesome.
Stevie fucking works there.
Yeah, Steve. I met her
She
2 weeks ago for
celebrated
pool
her
day.
dad's birthday there.
Oh,
this
yeah.
past weekend.
Yeah, Steve Crucinelli, great guy. He's been in my place. I know he comes in your place.
Ding, ding, ding. And it's trivia time.
Trivia is brought to you by the Lettering Machine, located at 725 50th Street, your one-stop shop for all things customizable. Whether it's uniforms, gifts, accessories, school gear, or office swag, you dream it, they'll print it.
Don't feel like customizing? No worries. Head over to their novelty shop at theletteringmachine.com for ready-made designs just for you, and you. The Lettering Machine can do it all just for you.
All right, so for our trivia segment today, Donnie was going to take on our two guests here, Hill and Craig,
Oh, my God. Get ready.
in this 100% legitimate, definitely not skewered, on a level, totally fair trivia game. These questions are totally random, not catered to the guest one bit. So we're going to get the randomizer out and see what the topic's going to be.
State of the art, high tech, man.
Hell yeah. It's going to be beer advertising slogans.
Oh, my goodness.
That's the random subject here that popped up. So, Craig, you and Hill are on one team.
All right.
You guys can team up together. You guys can discuss it and figure out your answer. And you're against Donnie.
Oh, boy. You're going down.
So, would you guys like to go
Let's-
first? Or you like Donnie to go first?
Well, why don't we let Donnie do it?
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you guys so
Yeah,
much
let's
for
see
that.
how this goes first. Let's
Yeah.
see what you got.
All right,
that.
Donnie. So, I'm going to give you a advertising slogan. You need to
Okay.
tell me the beer that's associated with.
Okay.
Easy enough, right?
Yeah.
All right. Donnie, tastes as great as its name.
Bud Light.
No, that is incorrect.
Damn it.
That would be Old Milwaukee.
Oh.
Oh,
I couldn't answer that at all.
All right, Craig and Hill, your first question. Australian for beer.
Foster's.
Foster's.
Is that what you're going with?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that one. Donnie,
All right, I'm ready.
let your tastes travel.
Let your taste travel.
It's a traveling beer. Might be an import.
I'm going to go with Heineken.
Oh, that's a good guess, but that is incorrect.
Ah, fuck.
Special export.
Nope, that is incorrect too. Dos Equis.
Oh, okay.
That's the beer with the two Y's on it, right?
Sure.
Does anybody drink that beer? Ugh.
I wouldn't know.
You guys just sell that at your bar?
Oh, hell no.
I used to. Like, actually, I don't mind Dos Equis as far as Mexican beer goes, if you want to say Mexican beer. But I think it tastes great, but
Canceled.
nobody else liked it.
Canceled.
It's like,
What a cancel it was.
I'm selling it right
Yay.
Modelo's really huge. I've never had Modelo. Do you guys sell that there?
now. I sell by
Yeah.
the case.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, well,
But nobody likes Dos
You
Equis.
sell it by the case?
I sell
Somebody
a lot
comes
of
in
the
and says,
time.
I'll take
I've
a
heard
case.
of
You wanna get
buckets, but what do you got
technical?
going on
You
over there?
A-hole.
all right, gentlemen. Craig and Hill, here's your second question. The beer that made Milwaukee famous.
Schlitz.
Are you going with that? The final answer? Craig, you agree?
Yeah.
Yay!
All right, you got that. All right, Donnie, you ready for your third question?
I'm ready.
All right. This one you might actually get.
Oh,
You've heard of this beer. You've
No,
probably had a
right.
few of these beers. Lose the carbs, not the taste.
Michelob Ultra.
Yay!
Whoa, Donnie. See, I
all
told you
right.
you'd get that one.
Thank you, Angie,
Honestly,
for
I was
that.
going
Yay.
to toss, but I didn't know if it was that or like Miller 64.
Miller 64, I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, they might have missed that one. Look at that, Donnie.
What can
Or
I say?
Corona Premier.
That makes you a champion,
Yum.
Donnie.
Yeah, well, what can I say? I am a champion of shitty beer liking.
But you lost this game because they're down 2-1. They have last question for these guys. Number 3. Now this one is a given. Tastes great, less filling.
Do you know it?
Of course I do. You look like you wanted. You look like you wanted an answer. I'm waiting for you.
Oh, I said the last one. Maybe you should say this one.
That would be Miller Lite.
Ah!
Yay!
Congratulations!
We beat Donnie again.
Ah, Jesus.
Donnie, I drink Miller Lite because it's less filling.
Yes, it is a great beer, but not as good as that public.
Wow. What's wrong with you? Do you remember the 80s commercials? Never mind.
So now that we won, we get to kick you in the ding-ding, right?
Yes.
Craig, I drink Miller Lite because it's less filling.
I do it because it tastes great.
No, it's less filling.
No, it tastes great.
Less filling.
Tastes great.
Less filling. Tastes great. Less filling.
Notice that they don't mention the buzz. But they have messed me up before.
Well, Donnie, I guess they won. And what did they win?
And you win a koozie courtesy of the lettering machine. Look at this. Wow.
Oh, that's
Every time
awesome.
you guys
That's
are
nifty.
at your bar, put your beer in this koozie and think of the lettering machine and the Ktown Connects podcast.
And tell them you had a great time on Ktown Connects.
Yes.
So once again, I'd like to thank our guest. This is Craig, owner of The Port, located at 714 50th Street. Find him on Facebook and the website, theportofkenosha.com. Make sure you don't miss that Port Grand Prix this summer. Keep an eye out for that.
Yes, July 13th. I cannot wait because we will be
There.
Yeah, we will be there. We will be hosting it. We will not be swearing at children, but we will be there
Right.
having
You
a
said that
great
last
time.
time.
Yeah, I
Yes.
can't guarantee any of that.
But we'll be there, okay?
And we're also here with Hill Wozniel of Hill's Hot Rod Hideout, located at 4327 17th Avenue. Closed Sundays and Mondays. What time do you usually open the other days?
Well, I'm open on Mondays now, but yeah, I'm closed on Sundays.
Donnie.
Yeah, usually 5-ish to
Notes.
2:30 in the morning.
And you can also catch this episode and many more of the Ktown Connects podcasts on Spectrum Channel 14 and the Kenosha Community Media streaming channel on your Roku. Tune in Wednesdays at 11 and Sundays at 5.
Yeah, don't forget about it. Look, Mom, I'm on TV. I mean, that is... Who doesn't want to be on TV, right? Jesus.
Channel 14, too, you know?
And don't forget to follow the Ktown Connects podcast on all your social media outlets, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, X. Drop us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast provider. It goes a long way for us.
It sure does,
I
Donnie.
mean, it really does. And you know what? We are the hottest podcast in the 53142 area code.
I'd like to give special thanks to all of our great sponsors. Without them, this would not be possible, including the law offices of Frank J. Parise,
Aaron Hunzinger of AH Did It.
About Time Moving System,
Casey Family Options.
Dick House, Ezac Tile,
Frank's Diner.
Shannon Franklin of Remax Elite,
Union Park Tavern.
The Lettering Machine,
Public Craft Brewing.
A Plus Mobility,
Alpaca Art.
Faded Barbershop for Men,
Lakeshore Pedal Tour.
Lucci's Grandview,
Solis and Company.
Hey, the Port of Kenosha Beverage House,
I love that place. The White Lilac.
and Wink Beauty Boutique.
All great businesses that you need to check out.
For sure. Thank them for your support, and thank you guys for being here. It feels like it's been all week with you guys.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like 7 hours with you guys. But what a great time it really was, huh?
Yeah. So make sure you go to our website, Ktown Connects. You can find out all our information, Patreon stuff, merchandise, all that good stuff.
You gotta be a Patreon subscriber to get all fucking 6 hours of this episode.
We've been doing this for 6 hours.
Pretty much so.
I feel pretty good.
And we have.
Well, what are we doing here?
You know what
are
we're
we doing here?
But let's get some clapping going. And then, come on, studio audience, let's clap. We are connecting Kenosha.
Let's do this again next week.
Oh, yeah. No, they're still out.
It's a packed Why'd they bring that bottle of Jaeger over, man? This is all my fault. I
you don't
blame,
see me
I
bringing
blame
a bottle
myself
of
for this.
You guys that twist my arm to drink
You're
these
putting me
damn
on a
White
spot
Claws.
over this, man.